My name is Kerry, I live in Renmark and I've been diagnosed with lymphoma. I work for Riverland Respite and Recreation. My role is picking up clients in the morning and then doing activities with them during the day. The fatigue I experience now is the same as the fatigue I had at the end of the chemo. It's not being tired, it's where you feel like you're exhausted. It's worse than being tired. You can't move, and it's an effort even to talk. But if I had to work 15 hours, I would do 15 hours. But at the end of it, I would sit. Once I relax, then the fatigue sets in. Once I got the all clear from the oncologist that I was able to go back to work, his wishes were for 3 half days a week because of the fatigue. I've been able to return to work purely because I've been able to pace myself. I work a day, have a day of rest and then work a day. My employer has said that because of the fatigue, I can come in on my days that I work, but if I'm too tired, I can just ring in and say, look, I'm too exhausted for that day. Even while I had the chemo, I was fine until lunchtime. And then the fatigue set in. So I would do whatever housework I needed to do, I had to do in the morning up until lunchtime. Any cooking I did up until lunchtime. And even now in my best time is up until lunchtime. And that was one of the ways I could work around my fatigue. Some of the long-term side effects of the treatment has been chemo brain. It is getting a little bit better, but I do find, especially now working here, doing progress note type notes, some of the more unusual words that I haven't spelt for 2 years, I actually have to ask, how do you spell it? And then, oh, that's right, and it'll go from the back of the brain to the front of the brain, and then I'm right. I can actually get stuck trying to tell you something. I know the words there, but I can't think of it. I did mention to my oncologist about the chemo brain and how it did bother me, and he actually said to do brain exercise, like do your crosswords, do your find a word, do your whatever, but you've got to exercise the brain, and he said that could help. Yeah, I do it at work, so it's a twofold, they think I'm helping them, but I'm actually helping myself. While I'm at work, you're preoccupied with your clients, but it's when you're home and you might be home watching TV and you think, I've had cancer. Well, I wonder whether that twinge that I've got is it returning? Yeah, it's always there. You become more aware of the commercials on TV that keep telling you about the different cancers, and I guess when I was diagnosed I was told that I could get it back again, so it's always in the back of your mind. One of the biggest challenges was people not talking to you, just not knowing what to say and how to talk to you. And that has been from time of diagnosis even up until now. I guess I just wish people would say, how are you going? Instead of either looking the other way or checking your hair out. That was a big thing, especially when I lost my hair, I wore the wig and then it came back curly and people would just look at your hair and just not say anything. The advice I would give, if I had to give somebody, was you don't have second chances, and do the treatment that they would like you to do. And that's what I did the first time, and that's what I'll do again if I get it.